Make conversation legal. No more banning of anything or anyone at any time, especially here and now. You heard me say it first, but probably I stole it from someone out there. I like psychic thievery. You know the idea? Oh, I had that idea before you, Tom. Oh, I know you did. That's why I stole it. Because it's a really good idea. What are you? Freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, a Bill of Rights, people being nice to each other. Imagining this is actually a cornucopia, a phantasmagoria, a place where the best of your intentions will be honoured by the expectations are met and honoured by everyone around you, including everyone around you. That all parts of yourself will be honoured too, not just the frivolous, eccentric little manifestations of things that occur. I know, like that. But what I like is that everything changes. Yeah, you can as well. You may as well. And they did. So what happened was, in the past, like last night, it was extremely incredible, but if you weren't there, you'd think I was exaggerating. But that is the right of a poet to hyperbole, which means to meaningfully exaggerate. You were there, he was there, and you two acted together just like we're doing right now. The bottom line is we're all in this together. And if we separate in any way, shape or form, or think there's delineation between tall, and slim, and thin, fat, and then, now, we're probably making an elemental mistake, aren't we? Which is what we're here for, make mistakes. Because if this were perfect, there'd have been no reason to reenact it. Say this happened in a future time, and time zones themselves are like a long-distance starscape where all the colors of the aurora borealis are actually waiting for your spectrum to catch up. Or say you're a flute on a mountaintop in a desert where only out there the grains of sand are mumbling to each other about the footsteps of travelers on a pilgrimage to some sacred place. Maybe Mount Shasta, maybe Sedona, maybe South Austin, maybe here, maybe now. Maybe you were there then on a bicycle once because you wanted to be part of the environment, you didn't want to harm anyone, but you noticed that there was a war between the SUV and the bicycles. The bicycles, well, there's more of them, but the SUVs are very angry. Very, very angry because I got power, I got cylinders, I got gas, man. I'm a dinosaur. But the bicycle says, I'm just part of this. I'm just part of this as it flows because the whole world is waiting for us to realize that we are all part of whatever happens at any time. It may surprise you to know that spontaneity can often be measured as a quantifiable determinant. You're going to have a committee that plans your spontaneity so that you say, yeah, I remember, you were in that night, you were in that dream. And it was really good. We collected the glasses from the table and collected the ideas from the past, and we were part of the memories of the future that came and tapped us on the shoulder and say, hey, you remember me with a coffee in the hand? Hey, Mr. Cup, the emptiness is inside. It's all right, I don't mind. I don't mind. Everything is fine. I used to get emotional, and now I realize emotions are a language too. And sometimes they don't want to talk to you. Say you're feeling alone, you know, desperately alone. And you look out and you think you see people, but they're not really there. Because you're alone. You're one, solo, uno. It's an illusion. Look around you. There's a million ones. And they make up to 0 if you put them all together. And that's where they get digital code from. Going from 0 to 1 and back again. What a boring job. And you coders and you programmers, you make this over there, that HEB of horror over there, that concrete poem of Spencer's, keeps us all out from shopping. But no, I digress. What if Capital Metro is 24 hours a day? What if there were bicycle paths all over Austin? What if cars were not allowed in the central part? There was a pedestrian precinct in the center of Austin. What if Zilker Park threw out ACL and said, go out to F1, make some money out there away from central Austin? I say this because I love Zilker Park and I love Barton Springs. They're not mine to love, everybody can love them. But you can love more than one. I love water and air and earth, and I'm not too keen on fire. Ever since that Gaza thing. You Vivaldi. Ukraine. I want water of compassion. I want the water that's inside us to meet the waters around us. Confluence of currents. Ideas that flow and become emotions, you know. And say, I remember you, you were a comfortable emotion I used to wear once, like a colourful coat. That was a woman's coat once, but it doesn't matter anymore. We're living in an age where nothing matters anymore, not even nothing. But if you feel like nothing, rejoice in the nothingness. There was a whole philosophy called existentialism. It came to life after horrors of the First World War, when millions of people died in one battle at Verdun. And they realized after that surrealism is the only realism that makes sense. And that led to the Dalis and all the strange art, and led to all the strange cabinets of Dr. Caligari, and all the strange movies, and the opera, and the ballets, and the things that disturbed the senses because they had been disturbed by war before. But this is not that. This is a different story. You're all in it. You're all with your own separate chapters. And if you read each other's lives, it would fill the sky with all the possible potentials of what's going to happen tonight. Before a book begins, they have a preface. Before a president is inaugurated, they have poets. Nelson Mandela had 2 poets at his inauguration. One for his tribe and one for the nation. Robert Frost was a poet for John F. Kennedy. But the sun got in his eyes, so he couldn't read the poem that he wanted to do. And that gave us a poem that we remember more than the measured spontaneity of the past on the page. Voice is the choice of our species. Words are pedestrian, but they turn into wings of song. They will lift you up from the gravity of this moment. They will take you like flutes and guitars to somewhere new. You are the creators of your future. It began before you came here. And even if you can't hear yourself yet, just give yourself time. Just give yourself rhyme. You're here, self-creating, other-creating, something that's never happened before. The alchemy of now is you. Welcome to you.